watching the Hark engine. What's up, YouTube? Back here again today. Got an update on the Cb125s project for you. If you haven't seen my previous video, I was talking about this and my Triumph, kind of the story of why I'm building this bike. But I'm gonna flip the camera around here and let you know what we got going on. All right, so this is my 75 CB. It's got a 74 motor. It's a 125S. It's got a CL125 exhaust on it and CL exhaust mount. Real briefly, I'll just explain this. I picked up at a motorcycle swap meet. It had been thrown in the garbage by the dumpster. I scrounged what I could and then collected parts for the last 3 or 4 years to put this thing together. After getting everything, I noticed I was low on compression and the top ring was stuck in the piston. So bought a set of rings for it, honed it out, rebuilt it, got it running, and it smoked really bad. And it was my own fault. I didn't follow proper procedure and I never measured the bore. I just looked at the piston, thought everything looked stock and bought standard, when in fact it's actually bored 0.75 millimeter over. So had to tear it all back down and get the proper rings, and they're in it now, and it's running pretty good, which I'll show you here. But so basically I started with the frame, the wheels, the forks, and that was it. The fenders I got in the trash at the Vintage Day swap. This is an old Preston Petty. But what I said in my original video, if you didn't watch it, is I always wanted to turn my CB125 I had when I was a kid, my first bike, into a scrambler enduro style. And so since I basically started with a fresh slate, that's what we decided to do with this one. I do have the seat and stuff. I just don't have this thing buttoned up quite yet because there's a few things I got to buff out of it and tweak and, you know, get going there. But since getting it, I did get the gas tank at the swap meet, but I bought it from a vendor. So it came from there as well the same day as I got the rest. But the tank was full of holes, so I soldered what I could to seal it, and then used the KBS cycle tank sealer kit. And I'm pretty happy with that. It looks good down in there. I don't know if you can see, but it looks pretty good. I don't know why that was pressurized. Hopefully my vent's not plugged. Might have to get a new cap. But the only thing I will say is with these CBs is just a flat hole that the petcock goes in, and I made a plate to seal that when I was cleaning it and doing the sealer, and it kind of don't seem like it adhered all the way down, so I'm worried that gas is going to seep under that and ruin the liner. I may have to, I don't know, may have to try to redo that. I guess time will tell if it starts seeping, but I can't tell if I'm just paranoid. Nope, that's fuel. Nice. Okay, well, so much for that. So I might have to address that tank again. I don't know if I'll reseal it or just try to find a replacement. I'm not sure. But moving on from that, rebuilt the motor. It's running good now. Got a new carb on it. I converted it to be a batteryless bike. So I just got a rectifier regulator in place where the old battery was, because I got too many things with batteries. I don't want to be messing around with that. I did the whole wiring harness myself with the factory style Honda crimps and stuff. I got the ears and a factory headlight. I had these handlebars. I'm running like a ATC 110, 125 style headlight and kill switch, no key. That's an old XR 250 or something front fender. I got the chain still to put on. I got that cover. I got the points cover. I still got to tweak those. The only thing I don't have for this is the front brake setup, and they're very expensive, so I'm going to see if I can try to track one down at Vintage Days. But we'll fire this thing up here, and you can hear how she sounds. She's got gobs of compression now. Fires right up. Runs really good, one kick. I only probably have 10-11 minutes runtime on this rebuild, so she's kind of popping and sputting, and I think I can get that tuned out with the points, plus everything's still fresh and new. So yeah, it's coming along. I got a couple issues I got to figure out, and I cannot find a throttle cable that's going to be a proper length. It's really starting to get aggravating. I've gone through like 3 now, because this carb is bigger than most like XR100, XR80 carbs, which is about the length that I need. And I'm also running like a cheap aftermarket XR throttle. I don't know, I might have to tweak that around. I might try an XR100. I got a Chinese XR cable, so I don't know if that's part of the problem. And then I'm having a heck of a time getting a proper clutch cable. As you can see, this one's adjusted all the way up, and it's still not disengaging like it should. That's a Motion Pro, so I had to pay up for it. And then I had tried another one. That's a factory Cb125 cable, so it should work, but it just, I don't know if the original perch had a little bit wider of a space, and you know, to take up some of the slack. But I gotta try to figure that out and see if I can come up with something. But yeah, she's not a bad bike. A little discouraged now about that tank, honestly. On this video, that's the first time I'm seeing that, and it's seeping, so gonna have to figure that out. But we also are pressurized, it sounds like, so that may be not venting, so I don't know. But nonetheless, we're getting closer. Might just find a new tank, I don't know, we'll see. I like this one because it, you know, is the original color of mine and looks good. But the build's coming along, guys. I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to get this bike out here and show you that we're moving right along with it. I was hoping to have it for vintage days, but that tank might set me back. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and we'll see you in the next one.